That's what a friend of mine did. He means the most divine guy ever. And every freaking Friday he posts a stupid motivational Friday thing. And I've actually unfollowed him because I can't deal with it.
Please don't follow my account.
If you don't like doggies trying to get homes, then do not go on my Facebook.
No, mine is all this is so bad. It should be doing this. This is my cheat for the week.
That's okay.
It's all Fitspiration at the moment.
I see, yeah.
Fitspiration.
No, it's great. I like your goodies.
You just come on as a sponsor as well. That's personal brand, guys. Okay, like literally talking to brands, and they've actually come on as a sponsor for this.
Wow.
So cool. This thing we're doing. We didn't even ask for it. We just said, send us some samples. We want to do shake wars next week. So we're going to do like a whole blind taste testing with a couple of people on film it or whatever. And USN sent this entire box just full of stuff. 12-week transformation, shakes, electrolytes, bars. We were like, ooh.
Wow. There's the whole article I was reading the other day was also about, it was mainly about online shaming, where she was the main focus among other people. And they were saying it's mob justice because people don't think, and how we need to start changing the culture.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you need to be aware that this is going on, and you have to actively not participate in order to change the culture. That is the only way to do it, because how do you get from this is a stupid racist cow to please somebody rape and kill this bitch?
Yeah, exactly.
With death threats, actual death threats at her house.
What she said
wasn't right.
How does it escalate it? And the only thing is that people it's fodder. People just feed on it, and if you don't change that culture and say, so the alternative is, do you remove yourself entirely from social media? And that is not the answer.
No.
Change the culture in your thinking, but you don't have to change the medium, which is social media.
Yeah.
It's very worried about whether or not it's recording.
Yeah. He says, last time I ended after an hour, no one noticed.
No, we did. The battery died. He's so ready. That boy.
No. So is everyone warm enough for John to bring another pizza in?
I run warm at the moment, so like I'm
I just
loving
want to
this.
go outside to get cooler.
Okay.
But just going on with that whole conversation about mob justice, it's so sad how in everyone's day-to-day lives they don't get enough recognition that you have to take part in the conversation to feel recognised. It's so terribly sad.
And we can add that on to the end of how do we change this, because I don't actually have a slide on that, like what are the next steps? Because I think it's important. I think we need to spend time like going, cool, we need to change the perception and we need to change the culture. How do we get there? So
At the moment there's not enough to feel excited about.
well, how do we change that?
We're an events company, which can make excitement.
Just make a note that we do just a conversation on that. How do you change the perception? Because I don't think I put that in there. Okay, so we all know who Casper is.
Yes. Yes.
Casper Lee.
That's correct. Okay, have any of you seen Casper Lee's first video?
Oh my goodness.
Hi, this is Casper Lee, and I just found an old video that I want to share with you guys. It was a school project. I made it when I was like 14 with two friends, and I thought that it would be hilarious to show you where I started making videos. And enjoy. Oh my god, we should put the guy breaking it up! No, we should walk to the guy! Thompson! Get the guy! Here you go, Thompson! Over there! In the bushes! There, for three! Like this. Angelina Jolie, please! Knock your door, buddy! It's not Angelina Jolie. That is Sally Wingfield, the girl who was murdered. So you mean I can put my hand to her?
I can hear what they're saying.
I don't know what's
It's
going on.
such bad quality, and the video makes no sense.
No sense.
This is a video, it's a video though.
So it's two guys who are inspectors. They're investigating a murder. It's so random. But this is where his career started, guys. I'm not even going to play the whole video because it's 4 minutes of not understanding most ridiculous thing. Alright. So, that was his first ever video. He did it as a school project. He realized that he loved making video blogs. I think he was 14 at the time, if I'm not mistaken. And this is the kind of stuff that he's doing now.
Hi, my name is Casper Lee. I'm known on the internet as that South African teenager who sometimes talks to a camera, and I love to sleep and eat lots of pizza, but for some reason I was invited to the coolest party in the world. So of course, I said yes! Oh shit, I forgot to introduce someone really important.
It's Calvin.
Meet Calvin Justice. He was unlucky enough to win the opportunity to party with me at this amazing party called For You Rage. I have no idea why he entered this competition, but I'm pretty happy he did because he's awesome, and so are his 2 friends he brought with him.
Rage is like this crazy week where you pretty much just let go of your past and you just experience freedom and go crazy with your friends and party.
Tell us a little more about the women at Rage.
The women at Rage, the women at Rage are very friendly.
I had such an amazing time at Rage. I mean, I even met 3 sets of twins at the same party.
I do, I know this too.
Did I mention that we also I swing? And to top it all off, we got to go to the wave house.
What his name is? What his name is?
If you guys want to check out the full 4, oh my god, you're parasites. If you want to check out the full 4U Rage experience, make sure to click that first link in the description below. We had a full crew recording. Don't interrupt me. We had a film crew filming our whole experience, and I want you to check it out. So click that first link in the description below.
Yeah. That's the
Hazel?
Yes.
What made you choose that video?
It resonates with me because I think it's so vibey and it keeps you engaged. Like you want to watch what's happening the entire time. Like you actually get so sucked into their journey, and they don't actually tell you much about what happened, right? You're seeing a little bit of snippets of what they did, but I think Casper's grown his brand to be so chilled and so warm and friendly. Like you don't mind sitting watching his videos. Why, Shay?
No, it's quite fun because I was involved with that campaign, the Calvin Justice thing. I just thought such a great.
Yeah, no, it was really, I didn't realize that it's a really good campaign, and I think that's because of the kind of genre that you guys are looking at. That is the kind of hype that you guys need to be working towards, and you need to start thinking about the rich media behind it. How do you get someone involved that is, like Casper Lee?
The question is on that, like, with YouTube and YouTubers like Casper, how relevant are they still?
Okay, I'm going to get into the next one. Very relevant. No, it's fine. They're very relevant.
Jumping the gun.
No, Casper has over 4.9 million subscribers and 354 million views. Okay.
On that one video.
In total on his channel. His average on his videos are about 240,000 views. He posted a video 4 days ago. It's got 248,000 views.
But he's got 2 channels. You need to keep that
Yes,
in mind.
I know. I didn't even go into the second one. That's just his main channel. Like, I think the one is called
It was an
Rufus.
average reading, it's over 1 million views, isn't it?
But the second one,
No, the main channel. The second one gets less because that's, obviously second.
yeah, I think the first one's on 4.9. What did you say?
you say he only gets like such a small amount of views like each?
No. His main account says 4.9 million subscribers, and his views in total on his one channel is 354 million.
Yeah, but I mean per video, like
241,000.
Just a minute.
241,000 views on average. And I'm not talking about the ones that get 900, 1 million. I'm talking like his least viewed videos, about 240. He gets huge views. Shay, you with me?
sorry, just me. Yeah, no, I've been following Casper for years. The only thing she started name on, he wouldn't like that.
Whoops. My bad. Let's not repeat that, okay? Anyone know who Zoella is?
Yes.
Shay, you'll know who Zoella is because she does a lot of stuff with Casper. Okay.
No, that's not the reason.
Zoella is also an awesome personal brand.
Cute. She is one of the rising stars of the global video blogging world. A YouTube channel for hair and makeup tutorials. Recording. You will start to enjoy life more. The more you say yes to things. We have never made a video. Shush.
Morning, everybody. The winner for best YouTube blogger is
Okay.
She does stuff with Casper.
They do some combined videos. Yeah.
She's African.
No, she's British.
You want to
Okay, now let me show you what her channel looks like. She's got over 8,000 subscribers and her views are sitting over 500 million. Okay, what does she do? Hair, beauty and lifestyle. She started doing how to apply different looks of makeup. Different brands that she liked using and interacts with. User-generated content, and I spoke about that in last year's presentation as well. User-generated content is the most powerful content you can have because people will share that because they made it. Why do you follow Zoella, Shay?
I enjoy her collab content. I'm not big on her beauty content because videos are too long, but I enjoy the collabs. It's quite funny.
So how relevant are they? Very. But the key is finding why they're relevant. She's got a huge following and they follow her for... Casper has a completely different following
Yeah.
because his videos are completely different. But there are hundreds and thousands of self-made YouTubers. It doesn't cost them millions to record their own channels. It doesn't cost them millions to put the content together. It's what relates to me, what is my brand, what I want people to see. They all started on a Mickey Mouse camera. As you can see, Casper's first video was not the most exciting one, but his creative thought patterns were there.
Even Suzelle DIY.
Exactly. That's a very good example as well, Suzelle DIY. Although there's a whole film crew behind that and it's done a little bit more professionally, but when that started, everyone was like, who is this? And it's word of mouth, right? That's what social media is. What was it relevant to? South Africans. Why? Because she talks like a freaking choppy. She takes the South African persona and mocks it. That's what it comes down to.
But now with these people like Casper and Zoella, are they just have they figured out the formula, or are they just lucky?
I think because Zoella and Casper got in their beginning, they've been very lucky. I think that I don't know if there's a winning formula. I think if you put out content that no one else is putting out, then you've got something that'll take off. So you've got to really think about how you're going to maximize on that creativity. And last year I did speak a lot about involving more of the people that are out there on the ground, and you guys now are teaching them the video skills, the DJing skills, like make them film stuff like that. That's why Instagram is so big as well. Instagram video, Vine is starting to take off hugely in South Africa as well. People want to be part of the journey. And I think that's why they've stuck with Casper for so long. Because they want to be part of his journey. They've loved watching him grow. They've loved seeing the events that he's doing and how he's developed. Zoella, obviously they were with her because of other reasons. But I think you need to find what makes it you. I mean, why is Nando's, I don't think Nando's has ever put out a video that hasn't gone viral. I don't think they've done one video. And it's so funny because there is a Nando's video in here. You would have seen it from last year. Shay, you would have seen it from the 1980s. But I've left it in here because it shows you how they already started back then going, we're going to be controversial. It's going to be our persona. We're going to take flack for it, but we're ready. And every time you start a social media campaign, you got to go. What are we trying to achieve? Who are we talking to? How far are we going to push the boundaries? Can we push the boundaries? And if something goes wrong, what are the potential risks and how are we going to deal with it? Some stuff you can't preempt. Some stuff you just have to regroup and go, guys, this is a problem. I mean, I don't know if there've actually been any major crisis on like the U Party accounts. I don't think I've actually ever seen a major like crisis on there. But things happen. Kids can go missing at one of your parties. Are you guys prepared for that? Do you have a statement put out? You know, some stupid kid can like bring in drugs undercover and then OD at the party. You know? It's silly little things like that you don't ever think. Look what happened to 5FM. When that thing fell over, they could not have preempted that the side stage is going to fall over and kill someone.
Oh, yes, I suppose.
Do you know how badly they handled that?
The concert.
The first tweet they put out at the concert was, no one's injured, the show must go on. Okay.
Sounds like the JMB fiasco.
What happened there?
JMB met.
What, when he passed away, when Simba passed away? Yeah, that's another thing, relevant content we'll get into. The relevance of it. Did they have to tweet? Probably not. They really didn't have to. Yeah, he was on the way to the JB make, but that doesn't mean that you own the right to tweet about his death.
They could have put out a message of condolence.
Yeah.
And left it.
What did they say?
Pretty much the same thing.
Like, that show must go
So sorry to Simba's family, but show
must
must
go
go
on. Yeah.
So interesting.
But
Show must
isn't
go on.
that Nicole the Soul the DJ?
There are a couple of people running that account. I don't know if Nicole was running it then.
I don't think it was her.
I think they only took over last year in about November, October. And I almost think
Was this the Linkin Park thing?
when the banister fell. But I don't think that they put out that tweet. I think Nicole and Kim took over the account. I think it was when I went on for my interview, so it would have been October.
Yeah, it was quite.
So it's just before September, October. I think they just started taking over. So definitely, I think after that they realized that they needed someone to be responsible for the content.
Especially for a brand that big, because their social media was shocking.
Yeah.
Consistent.
Yeah. And again, it comes down to strategy. Like, you want to be on social media, but why are you there?
Just going back to the Nando's thing, I wouldn't be surprised if they hire someone to go to the Consumer Complaints Commission just to create that hype about their ads.
Yeah. It's probably part of their tactic.
Sort of intentionally.
Okay, then they go quickly like, see the video before it's removed from the internet, and everyone goes, I've got to see the new Nando's ad. You know, that's how they create hype. I wouldn't be surprised. I do know the team that does Nando's, and
Apparently he's the oldest guy ever that is still in charge of the whole campaign.
and but I mean, he's been doing it for years, and if something ain't broke, don't try and fix it. Okay, they've got a winning formula. I mean, Nando's and Coke, they put something out and it just goes. Okay, so that's why it's so important to identify what your brand is, what it speaks to, and you can have different strategies under your umbrella strategy, but you need to understand where your core is. Without that, you're not going anywhere. You're going to be posting one day about one thing, one day about another.